Sorry. I have a blood infection. No, I don't have any drama in my life anymore. None. And it's all because I left Dick Tracy. I left it all behind and I don't think about it anymore at all. And that's funny because that's all I used to think about. Oh, I gotta pump out another villain. Oh, gotta pump out another villain. And the thing that bothered me most was I would create these villains and then nobody even knows about them. You know, the names: Flat Top, Prune Face, Big Boy, The Influence, Fly Face. These are big name guys. And do you know who knows who Fly Face is? Huh? My granddaughter. She knows who Fly Face is. Does she know who any of my characters? Does she know who Star Wars Keith is? No. When I mention Star Wars Keith, she thinks I'm talking about Star Wars, Keith, my grandson, Keith. And that's another thing that gets me, is that I create Star Wars Keith, and then there's a movie that comes out, Star Wars, in the 1970s. I created Star Wars Keith in the 1950s. And he was based off of a friend of mine who was in his 50s, who he liked to read. He read and read Star Wars Keith. He was always reading about stars and wars. And he would read and read until his eyes would get bags under them. He was based on a real person. And I was like, Star Wars Keith, do you mind if I create this character after you? And he didn't mind. But I do mind that Star Wars took my name, his name, and who knows how much money they made. But I never saw those movies. I don't know if they're about Star Wars Keith or not, but I don't think so, because Star Wars Keith, you wouldn't want a movie about him.